Welcome back. Welcome back. You man Diamond K in here. Of course, RadioFire.com, the Diamond K Show.com. I hope that everyone enjoyed their holiday weekend, their uh, Thanksgiving time. I hope everyone had a, best that you could do. We did a virtual celebration on Messenger, as we often do, playing games and just talking and trying to get through this pandemic the best way that we can. Of course, RadioFire.com, the DiamondKShow.com. New episodes, new time for the show, 7 a.m., 7 p.m. We are dropping weekdays, new episodes, as I said. 7 a.m., 7 p.m. And of course, on demand, RadioFire.com. However, you're hearing this, you can just search the Diamond K Show. So, the U.S., according to Fauci, may see a surge upon surge of the virus in the days and weeks ahead. Of course, he's talking about the coronavirus. And that is the way the infection surfaces. The nation's top disease expert said yesterday that a surge upon a surge of the coronavirus after this Thanksgiving holiday would not be a surprise. He does not expect current recommendations around social distancing to be relaxed before Christmas. It's what the good Dr. Fauci had to say. A lot of people listen to Dr. Fauci, as they should, but a lot of people don't. And I think that a big part of the issues that we're having, aside from the asymptomatic transmission that's taking place, that's people that do not have symptoms that are infecting others and spreading this virus around. In addition to that, you have different people saying different things. So, in a major reversal, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio, the country's largest school system, says that they're going to reopen in-person learning and actually increase the number of days a week that many children attend classes in person. So just 11 days ago, Bill de Blasio said that schools were going to shut down because of the rise in cases. I think that this inconsistency also spreads the virus around. You got different people in supposedly high positions that are saying different things. So de Blasio says that we feel confident that we can keep schools safe. Well, if that's the case, why can't you keep restaurants safe? Why can't you keep everything else safe? Right? That would be a question that a reasonable person would ask. So Anthony Fauci made the circuits, the Sunday show circuits yesterday. He told ABC's This Week that the level of infection in the U.S. would not all of a sudden turn around. But then you got somebody like de Blasio in New York saying it's okay for the kids to go back to school. Kids are not in school by themselves. There are adults there. They talk about kids not infecting kids that much, but you have teachers, you have bus drivers, you got a cafeteria lady, you got all these people in the school that are adults. And then on the other hand, Anthony Fauci is saying that the country may see a surge upon surge. Like, it's going to get worse. And then, so you have doctors saying one thing, politicians saying and doing something else. Fauci also said that clearly in the next few weeks, we're going to have the same sort of thing. Same sort of thing. And perhaps even 2 or 3 weeks down the line, we may see a surge upon a surge. So when you see Americans confused and some of them doing different things, we're getting different information. Fauci addressed the school issue by saying that spread among children from children is not really very big at all. If you say that things are spread asymptomatically and he wants to study the asymptomatic transmission, that means that you don't even know. You can turn around later on and say the kids were spreading it worse and you didn't even know. That's possible. But he says that among children from children is not very big at all. But what about children to adults? No, no one's thinking about that. No one's thinking about children to adults. So they want to try to get the kids back. Let's try to mitigate and maintain and just push the kind of community spread that we're trying to avoid, right? It's mixed messaging. It's not clear messaging, and it is not good. Fauci was also on Meet the Press and on NBC, and he made similar comments, adding that it's not too late for people traveling home after Thanksgiving to help curb the virus by wearing masks, staying distant from others, and avoiding large crowds of people. But of course, send your kids to school and then bring them back, and then it's all good. I mean, come on now. It's just, this doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. The number of new COVID-19 cases reported in the country toppled 200,000 for the first time on Friday. That was according to Johns Hopkins University. Since January, when the first infections were reported in this country, the nation's total number of cases has surpassed 13 million. And of course, sadly, more than 265,000 Americans have died. We talked about vaccines coming. They're going to be coming online, and many people, including Dr. Fauci, are calling the arrival of these vaccines light at the end of a tunnel. This coming week, the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices will meet with the CDC to discuss a rollout for this vaccine or the vaccines, plural, that are the light at the end of the tunnel that they're calling it. Also, President-elect Joe Biden, according to Dr. Fauci, should focus on distributing the vaccines in an equitable and efficient way. Should be common sense. It seems like common sense. He also said that he planned to push the Biden administration for rigorous testing. Try to get a program in place, because the Trump administration, of course, tested. They don't care about testing in the Trump administration. So the Biden administration, according to Dr. Fauci, needs to focus on creating a robust testing program. I do agree with that. So as far as this vaccine goes, healthcare workers are likely going to be among the first people to get the vaccine. The first vaccines, as of right now, may happen the end of December, followed by many more in January, February, and March. So that is light under the end of the tunnel, light at the end of the tunnel. So if we can hang together as a country and do the kind of things to blunt these surges until we get a substantial portion of the population vaccinated, we will get through this, Dr. Fauci said. And I agree with that. But we all need to be doing the same thing, right? We all need to be doing the same thing. Other experts agreed that the coming weeks are going to be difficult, especially since so many people traveled over the holidays and held in-person dinners indoors. Many people did that. So we're going to see in the coming weeks What are the effects of this Thanksgiving? Busy travel weekend we just got through, despite the warnings for Americans to stay close to home and limit their holiday gatherings. If you look on Instagram, man, you can see that many people did not do that at all. Aside from the Thanksgiving holiday, anywhere from 800,000 to more than 1 million travelers made their way through the airport on any day during the past week. Now, people talk about the COVID fatigue, and they were ready to move, but that is a far cry from the 2.3 to 2.6 million seen daily last year. So it is, more than half of what it normally is. But it far surpasses the number of travelers early in the pandemic, when daily totals fell below 100,000 on some spring days. That's back when people were scared. Now, I guess people are scared, but they're not thinking clearly, man. I mean, at least this, Thanksgiving, you wanted them to try to listen. But more COVID-19 restrictions are coming to areas. California, one started today. Los Angeles will impose a lockdown, calling for its 10 million residents to stay home. Santa Clara County, which includes San Jose, is banning all high school, collegiate, and professional sports, and imposing a quarantine for anyone traveling into the region from more than 150 miles away. So this is something that various jurisdictions are taking different strategies on. And until we have a unified strategy, until we're all doing the same thing, we're just going to be flailing in the water. Back in New York, some elementary schools and pre-K programs will resume classes on December 7th, and a week from Monday. So then the mayor said that others will take a little bit longer to reopen, but he plans on reopening them very soon. The strategy that they're going to use for reopening middle and high schools is still being developed, according to de Blasio. And about 190,000 students will be eligible to return to classrooms in the first round of reopening, just a fraction of the more than 1 million students in the system. A great majority of parents have opted to have their kids learn remotely by computer. So you have government officials trying to push things for reasons, I think, that are different from safety. Would you send your kid to school for in-learning classes? You want to get them out the house that bad that you're willing to risk things. Interesting. Very interesting. Now, of course, deniers of the pandemic will say the coronavirus does not kill everyone, is not fatal for everyone, and that is true. It's not fatal for everyone, but it is fatal for some. And I just think that more caution needs to be rolled out. We really need to be exercising more caution. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at The Diamond K Show, at Radio on Fire. Dr. Fauci saying that we may see a surge upon surge of this COVID-19 virus. It's The Diamond K Show here on Radio on Fire. New episodes of the program dropping weekdays, 7 a.m., 7 p.m. You can catch up on everything, radioonfire.com, thediamondkshow.com, or check us out on youtube.com/DJ Diamond K. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. What's going on? It's your man, Diamond K, RadioFire.com, TheDiamondKShow.com. So, Election Day has come and gone. We still don't know which party is going to control the Senate next year. And the reason that we don't know is there are 2 Senate seats from Georgia that are going to determine the control of the chamber in a rare double runoff election nearly 2 months from now. So Georgia has this unusual requirement that candidates must receive the majority of the vote to win in an election. Shit. That is what they have. I mean, the fans are on in here. What do you want from me? So they have this unique requirement, right? So during a race, if no one does, meaning that they need 50%, if no one reaches 50%, then the top 2 finishers automatically go to a runoff. And this is what is going to happen in Georgia for the Senate. There were 20 candidates on the ballot. And that race, one of those races, the top 2 vote getters were Raphael Warnock, who received almost 33%, 32.9% of the vote so far, and the current incumbent Kelly Loeffler, who got almost 26%. She got 25.9%. But it also happened in the Georgia Senate election, a regularly scheduled one. And David Perdue got 49.7% of the vote, and John Ossoff got 48%. And there's a libertarian that got 2.3%. So both races to be decided in a runoff January the 5th. So this is going to get a bit complicated. And here's the thing. These type of races normally favor Republicans. And it's this whole system in Georgia is set up like this to favor Republicans. You may say, what are you talking about? Why are you saying that? Here's the thing, okay? Normally, the special elections, these runoffs tend to favor Republicans. And especially this time, Democrats are going to have this idea like they did their duty. Biden and Harris are in office, and they're not going to, more than likely, Democrats are not going to be really engaged in this runoff. Normally, that's the way it is. Normally, Republicans win Georgia runoffs. Normally. So to win one or both of these Senate runoffs, Democrats are going to have to do something that they normally don't do. They're going to have to improve the margin of their voters in this runoff. They're going to have to get more people to come out and vote during a special election that does not include the president, the national election on there. And they just got through with an election, and we're in a pandemic. There's only been one time that that's happened. There's only been one time that there has been a shift in the voting margin, one time that the Democrats in Georgia showed out during a special election. And that was a very low-key race in 1998 for a seat on the Georgia Public Service Commission. Otherwise, the Republicans have an advantage after the general election, and their voters always come out. Notably in high-profile races for the Senate and the Secretary of State. So it is up to the good folks here in Georgia to really engage their people and get these folks out for this runoff. When we have 4 candidates. We got 2 candidates that are not worthy of the seat. 2 candidates that don't deserve to be there, and they happen to be the incumbents. Loeffler and Perdue. They don't need those seats. They don't deserve those seats. Let's show the ads. The folks that deserve those seats, the folks that would do the best for Georgia. Let's take a look at this.
I'm John Ossoff. Truth is, corruption in Washington has infected both parties. They're too busy serving lobbyists to serve us. I'll ban corporate political donations and secret corporate money in politics. And I'll crack down on price gouging by health insurance and drug companies who use that money to buy off Congress. We're all in this together. Together we can end the corruption and make healthcare affordable. Fighting corruption is my job. And that's why I approve this message.
From the day we started this campaign, we made it a priority to talk to Georgians wherever you live.
Rep. Warnock, so good to see you again.
Thank you so much for doing this. So excited about your campaign.
Georgia needs a senator who will stand up for health care, who will stand up for Medicare, who will stand up for our children. We need leaders who will not forget who sent them there in the first place.
I think he'll stand up for me.
We already voted for you.
I think he'll stand up for everybody in Georgia.
Augusta, Savannah, Valdosta, Columbus. They may be miles apart on the map, but the challenges we face are quite the same.
We're completely behind you.
Thank you so much for running.
It's not about him. It's all about the people.
If you elect me the next United States Senator from the state of Georgia, your agenda will be my agenda.
Raphael Warnock will practice what he preaches. We're not getting that now.
I'm Raphael Warnock, and I approve this message.
Hey, well, I'm going to work hard for you, all right?
As of right now, it looks like the Democrats will have 48 seats in the next Senate. Republicans will have 50. We don't know who won Alaska, but at this point, it's going to be difficult for Democrats to make up the current deficit in Alaska. So that leaves these 2 Senate seats from Georgia to determine control of the chamber. Georgia's going to have to come out. We need Georgia to come out once again and help decide who takes control of the Senate January the 5th. Special election. It is on. We're going to talk about this and much more later on today on the program, 7 p.m., radioandfire.com, thediamondkshow.com. We'll have special guests in the building, on the line as well. So I will see you guys today, 7 p.m.